Exclusive from Ball State University. News for the campus community and all of Delaware County. This is NewsLink Indiana.
Thanks for tuning in to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Lauren Patchen.
And I'm Morgan Webster. We have plenty of news, sports, weather, and entertainment coming your way.
Graduation season is approaching. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, nationally 7.7% of people are unemployed. Reporter Crystal Franks tells us how the job search is going for some future Ball State graduates.
I can't describe how I feel because I really would have hoped that I had a job right out of college, but it's not the end of the world. You know, I still have plenty of time to get a job. Hopefully I'll have something soon though.
The Career Center is for students like Ball State psychology major Frederick King. Career Center Director Jim McAtee says the center is progressing with employer involvement.
We took a look at who had been attending our career fairs, and then we created a prospect list using the Fortune 500 companies and the Fortune 1000 companies. And what we did is we actually increased the attendance of employers at our career fair from 71 employers last year to 102 this year.
The Ball State commencement will be here, right in front of the Art Museum on May 4th. While many students are struggling to find employment, future graduate Holland Bolden has already had a job in place.
I feel like it's just been kind of like Ball State's just been a big mentor, you know, taking me by the hands every step of the way. Every year there's something new.
The average Indiana college student graduates with $27,500 in debt, according to Indiana Public Media. In Muncie, Crystal Franks, NewsLink Indiana.
Thanks, Crystal. The Career Center has Workshop Wednesdays where students can get one-on-one help with resume building and interview tips.
As the school semester nears an end, there's one thing that students and faculty dread: finals week. While the last few weeks can be very overwhelming, Ball State offers to its students an opportunity of relaxation and serenity before finals week. Nicole Miller has more with the story.
College finals week can throw even the most seasoned of college students for a loop. So, Ball State offers to its students a way to stay stress-free. As you can see behind me, the Ball State Rec Center is offering free chair massages here at the Rec Center. This also helps enable students to stay stress-free and prepare them for the epics sure to come.
For the past few weeks, students have expected and awaited this time to arrive. Finals week puts a burden on all those who plan to continue into the future. Until the weeks leading up to finals, many students start to feel the pressures of making the grade. Senior nursing major Mandy Pointer describes how she overcomes the final crunch.
I'm always stressed out when it comes to nursing tests because they're really hard and we have to have like a certain grade in order to pass the class. I think Ball State wants us to be healthy and they offer a lot of activities and events and things for us to, you know, be more acclimated to a healthy lifestyle.
Health education before and during finals week is also emphasized through emails offered by the fitness and health centers at Ball State University. Each of the emails provides a Healthy Monday tip to help alleviate stress, such as keeping students active through exercise and maintaining a healthy sleep schedule each night. Students on campus can also be seen making time for fun as a way of helping eliminate stress.
Now for the next 45 minutes, students can take advantage of the Stress Buster event here at the Rec Center until 10 p.m. tonight. You can come play your stress away, inflatable bounce house, or the inflatable jousting while offering free massages. There will also be free dance classes for all. Live in Muncie, Nicole Miller, NewsLink Indiana.
Thanks, Nicole. For more information on Ball State University health education, visit their webpage at www.bsu.edu/health education.
With problems ranging from the Boston bombing to North Korea issuing threats, how is the state of the world today? Kenton Owen III has more.
Boston, North Korea, Al-Qaeda. With plenty of terror affecting the world, many believe this is the worst chaos experienced in quite some time.
I think the state of the world is kind of in turmoil, but at the same time, we're in wait-and-see mode.
A lot of stuff has been happening lately that just seems to make the world a little bit unstable.
With the abnormal amount of terror lately, some forget the history that falls on April.
It's
historically, there is something about this time of the year, mid-April, that is very bizarre and tragic too. If you look at last week, obviously there was the terror attack in Boston on Monday the 15th, and then on Tuesday the 16th, that was the 6-year anniversary of Virginia Tech.
As for what the world needs in order to create a sense of calm, it is ultimately up to the kindness of the people.
I've noticed that with some of those historical events that I just mentioned, people rise to the occasion. They help people, some people they know, other times people that they've never met, and that's really uplifting. That's maybe the silver lining in all these tragedies.
In Muncie, Kenton Owen III, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Kenton. Cuban also hoped that people would continue to help each other in order to change the viewpoint of the world.
Well, this weather has been going back and forth. I mean, it was hot, warmer earlier this week, and now it's cold. How do you feel about that, Lauren?
Well, earlier today on Twitter, I saw some reports of snow in parts of Indiana. I hope that's not what's coming, but I'm not sure. Let's go to Christian and check it out.
Well, I do have some good news for you guys. It is going to start warming up, but that's a couple of days away. Right now, we're sitting at 45 degrees with west-northwest winds at 5 miles an hour. It feels like 43 degrees, and we still have some cloud cover, but not a whole lot of rain right now. Coming up, we'll talk about the possibility of more rain. We'll look at the possibility of a weekend warm-up, and then we'll finish up with your finals forecast. For now, back to you guys.
Thanks, Christian. Find out what reconstruction will change the way that you get your news.
Most people want the streets of Muncie repaired, but some disagree. Find out who after the break.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Changes are coming to the way we bring you the news. Ball State students' news groups are packing up their things and moving. NewsLink's Carolee Smith is live and tells us it's going to change how news is delivered to campus and to the Muncie community.
Soon this newsroom will be empty. The Ball State Daily News will join NewsLink Indiana temporarily. All the while, the DN space will undergo construction to become the Ball State's new unified media newsroom.
Ball State students may have heard hammering, drilling, and pounding as news organizations shift to a change in how they report news. The unified media is going to have the Daily News, NewsLink, WCRD under one roof. Natalie Wagner, the director of NewsLink Indiana, is supportive of the move to unified media.
Ball State is definitely ahead of the game, and I think that that's just another aspect of our program is we've always been a step ahead in telecommunications and journalism. So I think it's really great that we're trying to strive to be current and to be the best of the best.
The multimedia editor of the Daily News, Corey Olenkamp, believes that unified media will improve the delivery of the news.
And that's going to help the community overall because we'll be able to better cover stories outside of the Ball State community in the Muncie community. And for Ball State in general, large-scale events, we'll have, really crack coordination on, which will help better those stories. And that's something that we're really looking forward to.
They're also looking forward to the new expansive space. The new unified media newsroom will be completed by the fall of 2014. Live in Muncie, Carolee Smith, NewsLink Indiana.
The Unified Media Project is funded by a $1 million grant by Ball State alumnus Mark Holden.
There's an between the city of Muncie and its residents. NewsLink Indiana's Hannah Carlock has the story.
Following the brick road might not get you to Oz, but it'll take you down North Street in Muncie. One North Street resident, Larry McGill, has his own thoughts on what they should do with the brick road.
Yeah, just that it adds to the character of the neighborhood and the houses here. We also have a lot of very old trees, and the trees with the older houses and the brick all together just make it a nice place to live, a nice neighborhood. I'd like to see them repair it myself and just and keep it as it is. Just repair the brick and repair the sidewalks and the gutters along the sidewalk. That would be.
No imminent plans have been made, but the city is aware that plans need to take place for in the future. In Muncie, Hannah Carlock, NewsLink Indiana.
Thanks, Hannah. There are very few brick roads in Muncie. and the residents want to preserve them.
Now time for a look at the headlines from around the area on Ball State's source for the online news, The Daily. More than 33,000 college students claim to be homeless on their FAFSA. See how many Ball State students are affected by this statistic. The aftermath of the Newton, Connecticut school shooting has led to talk of more school security, see why citizens disagree with the new security budget. 325 plagiarism cases within the past 5 years are now taking the forefront on Ball State's administrators and professors' minds in stopping this academic dishonesty. For these stories and more, from Newslink, WCRD, SportsLink, Ball Bearings, and the Daily News, go to bsu.daily.com.
Find out if Mother Nature is going to make up its mind in the coming week.
And learn how one student's life is impacted by a game of soccer. Stay tuned.
This is Newslink Indiana.
While the school year is wrapping up, Ball State student government is just getting started. Adrian Adams is live in Muncie to explain.
The new Student Government Association had met for the first time today after moving into their office last week.
As students begin making plans for their summer vacations, the new SGA slate Spark Forward begin preparations for next semester.
A lot of the stuff that's on our platform actually takes place in the fall, so we really have to work over the summer to make sure that that can happen when we get back to school.
Today, SGA members met to get certain things in place before the school year ended and the summer meetings began.
We're going to have an exec meeting like at 2:15, and then we're going to have the Senate meeting at 3. And some of the stuff we're covering is just some of the stuff we have to get done before summer or over the summer. We have to appoint a few people that we have to have, it says in the bylaws, appointed before summer. This is our last meeting of the semester, so we're just kind of wrapping things up. It's kind of an end/beginning. It's the end of the school year, but it's the beginning of our very first meetings.
The new SGA slate is planning a number of things for next semester, including a blue light app for cell phones and student pregame parties. That is according to President Malachi Randolph and Vice President Chloe Agnos. Live in Muncie, I'm Adrian Adams, Newslink, Indiana.
If you want to learn more about this SGA slate and their plans, you can go to the Student Center Room 112.
Well, as we said earlier, graduation is just around the corner next Saturday, and the weather's been up and down, so I don't know what it's going to be, but I hope it's nice. We don't want to move inside.
Me either. All right, well, let's go to Christian to check out the weather.
Well, unfortunately, I can't quite promise anything yet as far as graduation goes. That's a little too far. But right now we can take a look over here where, as you can see, there's going to be some more clouds coming into Indiana. Where the clouds have started to pull away, but again, we're just going to get those right back. Looking at our U.S. temperatures right now, however, as you can see, it's really warm on the West Coast right now, 78 degrees in Las Vegas, 89 degrees in Phoenix. As we come back east, however, we're going to cool down, 55 in Des Moines, 51 in St. Louis, and then basically 45 degrees all throughout Indiana. We've got 46 in Bloomington and 47 in Terre Haute, and then as we move west to Champaign, we do have that 47 there too, so it's a little warmer as you go west and south, but still pretty consistent all across the state. Moving on to tonight, we've got a lot of cloud cover, but not a lot of precipitation. Winds are moving west by southwest at 11 miles an hour and partly cloudy with a low of 34. Tomorrow, however, we're going to be at 39 degrees as of 8 a.m. with cloudy temperatures or with cloudy skies. And that's going to kind of dissipate a little bit as the day goes on. Partly cloudy for 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. We're going to be at 50 degrees at 11 a.m. and then we're going to get all the way up to 54 by 5 p.m. Moving into our 7-day, on Thursday we're at 54 degrees, Friday 61, Saturday 64. We've got 66 degrees on Sunday, 70 on Monday, and then we're going to get the highest of at least this 7-day period with 75 on Tuesday before we get back into rain on Wednesday. And that's all for weather. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Christian. I look forward to seeing some of that sun. Sports play a big role in people's lives, even those suffering with physical disabilities. The sport of power soccer is more than just a game. Power soccer restores hope to those who participate. Dustin Gilmer has more.
Here we go, come on.
Senior Alan Caldwell is always searching for
Competitiveness. I enjoy, ever since I've been in a wheelchair, I thought I couldn't really be competitive anymore.
Caldwell was born with Becker's muscular dystrophy. While daily routines may be difficult for Caldwell, the Power Soccer Tournament, which hosts a total of 6 teams, brings back his love for sports.
This brings my competitive nature back, and just I feel like other athletes are in the same boat as me, and it's really cool to see how we still love playing sports.
Andrew, get to that post! For the athletes that are playing behind me, this event is not only a chance for competitive soccer games, it is a chance to come together as friends and family.
For Alan and for other people with disabilities, power soccer may be more of an opportunity that is realized in that it maybe was perceived as not being available, but in all reality, the opportunity is the same, and the way that it's viewed is really the same.
Terry Shipley has been a referee for 22 years, and the camaraderie is what keeps him coming back to help the tournament each year. He also says Caldwell is someone he admires, and he recognizes his desire to be just like everyone else.
In my opinion, he's one heck of a nice guy. I mean, he's always got a smile on his face. He's always friendly. He's always happy. I mean, I don't know what more you could want from a person.
The daily lives of Caldwell and the rest of the Power Soccer Tournament competitors may be different than others, but during this tournament, that is absent from their minds. In Muncie, for NewsLink Indiana, I'm Dustin Gilmer.
Thank you, Dustin. As the team's goalkeeper, Caldwell has led Ball State to their best record in the last 2 years of 12, 1, and 5. They will compete again in the Superior Cup on May 11th.
Learn how the away's men's volleyball game tonight might feel like home for some of the players.
And are the Pacers going to keep a winning streak alive in the first round of playoffs? All that and more on NewsLink Indiana Sports. Don't go away.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Sports. I'm Craig Collins. Riding a 13-match winning streak, the Ball State men's volleyball team traveled to Chicago to take on Loyola tonight in the MIVA semifinals. While for some it was just another road trip to the Final Four, the trip had special meaning for several of the players. Tonight's match against Loyola is a road contest for the men's volleyball team. However, for some players, it is a homecoming of sorts. Senior Jamian Hartley is from North Chicago, an hour north of Loyola, and says playing in the Windy City gives him an edge.
I love playing in Chicago. I feel like I play some of my best games in Chicago, so it's going to be exciting.
Highwood Park, Illinois sits a half-hour north of Chicago and is junior Matt Lesky's hometown. Lesky and Hartley played on the same club volleyball team in high school, and Lesky says their paths together and similar backgrounds give him and Hartley a great bond.
He just helped welcome me and help introduce me to everything. And just having him throughout the years has been awesome. I think just our chemistry overall. I mean, we can look at each other on the court and just automatically know what each other is thinking.
While there were schools closer in proximity to Hartley and Lesky, like Loyola, both said Ball State brought something to the table that went beyond location.
It really felt like my second home here. Everybody welcomed me with open arms. It just, the bond the team had was something that you don't really find many other places, so I think that was the biggest thing that really attracted me here.
It just felt right when I came for my recruiting visit. I loved the guys at the time, and it just felt like home, better than anywhere else that I visited at that time.
9 of the 17 men's volleyball players on Ball State's roster, including Lesky and Hartley, are from Illinois. Hartley says that playing in their home state will help drive those players on the team.
I think it's going to mean a lot to us, just playing back at home in front of all our family and friends. So I think we're going to play at a different level.
The Cardinals are currently losing 4-1 in the 4th set. They are down 2-1 in the match. Indiana guard Maurice Creek is leaving the Hoosiers and taking his final season to another school. Coach Tom Crean said today that Creek will graduate next week and will look to play as a grad student. The NCAA does not require grad students to sit out a season. Creek is looking for a school that would allow him to play the minutes he wants in positions he's comfortable with. Creek averaged 7.2 points a game in 54 games for IU. Also, the Pacers are in action tonight on the hardwood for Game 2 of their first-round matchup with the Atlanta Hawks. The Pacers currently lead the series 1-0. Right now, the Pacers are up 14, 87 to 61 right now. They're playing some great basketball and hoping to make it a 2-0 series lead as they will head to Atlanta this weekend. So hopefully the Pacers will grab the win and head to Atlanta with a pretty comfortable lead in the series.
See what major can be harmful to you if you study too much.
And learn where Ball State students can go to get free food and fun during finals week. All that and more coming up on NewsLink Indiana. Stay tuned.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome back. I'm Olivia Guidi with NewsLink Entertainment. As final week is approaching, students are finishing their final projects. For the music department, that means giving final performances. Brittany Burton has more.
Justino Carano, a graduate student at Ball State, has been preparing for his recital all semester long. This isn't his first time on a stage, though.
I worked with the Pensacola Opera for about 3 years. I sang in their chorus, and then I did some recital work at my undergrad. And then recently I sang with the Ball State Opera in their chorus for the Elixir of Love that we did last month.
His love for singing didn't come until later in life, though.
Actually, I didn't do any singing until I was in college. I got my start as a tuba player, and from middle school through high school, that's what I did. And I even started college as a tuba performance major. About halfway through is when I started singing, taking some lessons, just to broaden my study.
According to Professor Maurer, singing isn't as easy as it looks. It can actually take a toll on your body if you practice too much.
You can't overtax the voice. So basically, in one practice session, about an hour is a good limit. If you're singing full voice for an hour and then rest after that, you could do that twice a day, but that would be about it.
Another part that most people don't think about is the amount of time taken to study different languages.
Thanks, Brittany. Along with Serrano's performance on Friday, senior William Smith will also be performing his guitar performance on Thursday, and sophomore Benu Muliev will be giving her cello performance on Friday night. University Program Board is holding their Fun in the Sun event Thursday, April 25th from 4:30 to 8:30 on the University Green. Students will enjoy free food, field games, contests, and much more. Guests can also join in for the fun for just $1.
Well, guys, why don't we take one last look at weather? It's going to be really kind of cloudy for the rest of the week, and hopefully we'll see some sun soon.
Hopefully.
Thanks for tuning in to our last episode of NewsLink Indiana of the year. Tune in next fall.
There's two